Hey, Curlfriends. So I thought I would come on here early because, excuse me, I was not here yesterday. And so for that reason, I thought I would come on a bit early. So I just wanted to say hi, Moments by Design. Hi, Love Yourself. Thank you guys so much for being a part of the Curlfriend crew and such a strong part too. Like, you guys are absolutely amazing. Like, honestly, I truly, truly, truly do love you guys. So today, of course, we're going to be talking about how to grow your hair using wigs. I'm going to wait a little bit just to make sure that some of the other Curlfriends come on, and just to make sure that, I'm not starting before anybody gets in here, because I did start a little bit early. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for bearing with me. Thank you so much for being a part of the Curlfriend crew. For those of you who are brand new to Find Natural Hair Rocks, welcome. And thank you so much for being a part of the Curlfriend crew, because I mean, the more the merrier, right? Some of you guys might have been a part of the Curlfriend crew from, the Mielle Organics video that I had stating my, now that I can see it, very unpopular opinion. But nonetheless, we did engage in a respectful commentary. I see that people are still engaging in respectful commentary with the random, side comment here and there, but it's okay. That's to be expected on Find Natural Hair Rocks. So it is what it is. Hi, Naturally TT. What is up, Curlfriend? Hey, beauties. Thank you so much for coming through. I love you guys so very, very much. Y'all already know that. How are you guys doing tonight, though? How was your week? How are you feeling? We are all still in this crisis together. I hope you're doing everything you need to do for you, whether that means that you're hopping into, having a nice bubble bath. Maybe that means you're, slowing down and reading a nice book. Maybe that means you have like a nightly glass of wine or cider or tea or whatever it is to, come down for you. Because honestly, in this moment, self-care is key. Like, self-care is so important, and we don't talk about it enough. At least in my circle of the Black community, we do not talk about it enough. And so I just want to open up that conversation for us right here. Hi, Simply Saint. Thank you so much. Hi, Curlfriend Carl Alphonse. Thank you so very much for supporting and being a part of the Find Natural Hair Rocks crew, both on camera and behind camera, or rather on screen and behind screen. So I really do appreciate that, you guys. I really do, Carl. Thank you, and everybody else who's in here. So it's about 9:31 p.m. right now. I see that Naturally TT's responding. She says she's going to do some core and yoga for her self-care in a few minutes. That is lovely, honestly. Like, I love it when, people have regular routines. That's something that I'm trying to get into myself. Each and every morning, my husband and I, we go for a walk. We try to anyways, each and every morning. I've got a nice little Garmin over here that's, reminding me when I'm not necessarily active. So yeah, like, that's really, really important. If working out is part of your self-care, it does truly make a difference. I do notice that, whenever I'm more, on top of things, whenever I'm more, just on that kind of like a schedule, things seem to be moving a lot better. I'm less stressed at work. Decisions on the job come a lot easier and faster. So it really is important. It really does make a difference. But for those of you guys who are wondering what's going on with my hair right now, I am not rocking a wig, of course. I'm rocking 10 twists. So Find Natural Hair is super, super thin. So as you can see, there's about 5 twists on this side that I did myself, and then another 5 on this side. So nothing overly fancy, nothing overly, it's not a fancy style at all. I'm totally taking advantage of like this coronavirus time, to just, grow my strands, especially since some of you guys may know it. My strands have really been going through it lately. They've just been over conditioned, over moisturized. And so right now I'm correcting course with like more of a protein heavier type of regimen. So Moments by Design says, I'm doing well. I try to get in some exercise every day and eating better, which I'm finding gives me more mental clarity. Absolutely. I agree with you 100% on that. It does give more mental clarity. It's so useful. Yeah, like I used to use working out back in the day when I was studying for an exam in university, same thing with law school and the bar exam. Like, literally, like, that was the time to like amp up on the exercise, because I knew that it would mean like the brain would flow a bit better, or move a bit faster. So yeah, how about we jump into these tips? Okay, number 1, you want to wash your hair regularly. Yes, Curlfriend, I know that sounds pretty like obvious, but you'll be surprised how many people fling on their wigs and feel absolutely no ways about washing their hair underneath it. Number one, that's unhygienic. Number two, you need to wash your hair regularly. Like, our scalps really do crave that hydration. Our hair really does crave that hydration. And just, the act of like moisturizing your scalp and really getting your fingers in there and like activating the blood flow, all of those things are really fantastic to encourage hair growth. So if you've got a wig on top of your head, so many people are so excited to just, maybe put in some really nice braids and just leave it at that. That's not necessarily the best bet. You really do want to make sure that you're washing your hair and cleansing it properly regularly. And that goes for deep conditioning too. You really want to make sure that you're also deep conditioning regularly, because if you've been here for a while, and if you haven't, now you know, but I find that for fine natural hair, deep conditioning is everything. Whether it's a moisturizing deep conditioner or a protein deep conditioner, it truly is everything. Number two, you want to make sure that whatever braids, whatever style that you're installing underneath your wig is not only flat, because obviously you want your wig to lay flatter, but it's also maybe perhaps a little bit bigger. So a lot of the styles that you might see your hair, or people who are rocking wigs as a natural style, or a protective style, they put like a bunch of tiny braids to make the wig really lay as flat as possible. For fine hair, that's not necessary. I actually use these exact same twists right here. When I'm not rocking them like this in like a little, ponytail and side bang style, I'm rocking them right underneath my wig. And this is literally my leave out. Depending on the style that I want to do, sometimes this is on my leave out as well. But for the most part, I'm not really messing with back hair, which allows your hair to grow because you are not manipulating it. You are not playing with it. You are not giving yourself multiple opportunities for those fine strands to like break off, right? Love Yourself says, how often should you wash? So you should definitely wash your hair as often as regularly. I like to suggest to people to wash their hair at least once per week. If you can do a second time per week, fantastic. But if you can't, then definitely once per week at minimum, or else, there becomes buildup. Your strands might not hold on to the style as nicely. Just like a bunch of different things start going on, or breakage even from the buildup of the product, as well as whatever debris is going on in the air. That all those things are like not really good situations. And so I would definitely suggest that you stick to whatever regimen that you've had going on from before. Simply Saint says, I was lazy this past week, but when that water hit my scalp, I was in heaven, right? Honestly, like water and cleansing, it just opens up the curls in a way that is just absolutely unmatched. Like drenching your hair in water, it literally is an unmatched situation. It is so important, and that's why I always advocate to actually do that at least once per week. Moments by Design says, sorry, I'm just working my way on up. I'm late to that game, but you're so right. Taking care of yourself has such benefits. Go figure. Absolutely. And I see you, Moments by Design. I see you with your, your wonderful little recipes that are like veggie based and stuff. Like so delicious. You guys go check Moments by Design. She's on Instagram, I believe, and just fantastic recipes, fantastic ingredients. I'm definitely going to check out that cauliflower recipe that you had going on. She also says, oh my gosh, I just saw someone lose all her edges wearing a wig for 2 months straight. Her hair was so long and gorgeous before that. She said, don't be like her. Yes, I did see that. I'm going to let the YouTuber remain unknown because I don't want to blast anybody. Or no, not blast, but like, I don't know if she wants to be known for that particularly, so I won't say it. But if you guys want to share it with each other, that's fine. But yes, so you do want to make sure that when you're doing your wig braids, that you are washing your hair regularly, and that if they are starting to mat, which is something that will happen with natural hair quite easily, especially if you've got type 4 hair, like anywhere like the 4A, 4B, 4C, so easy for the hair to mat. So easy. And so what you want to do is maybe remove them every 2 weeks. I personally tend to remove my twists every week. When I had braids, it was literally like one corner of hair, one corner of there. Like, trust me, I'm super basic over here. And I would just remove it, wash my hair, and then literally braid it right back on up. So literally that's manipulation like once per week. I mean, I guess you could technically push it for 2 weeks. Try it out with your hair and see. I tried it out with my hair. I didn't like the matting situation that was going on even after just 2 weeks. So I never really did it again. but everybody's head of hair is different. Everyone's fine hair is different. You might be a type 3A fine natural curly, or you might not be a fine natural curly at all, and you just enjoy the tips of fine natural hair because, I mean, they benefit everyone, really. It's just a super careful way of dealing with your fine natural hair, right? Or with your natural hair. And so, yeah, like I feel like, you know, these tips, these benefits when you're wearing your wigs for natural hair growth, it's going to help anybody, really. PSR076, hi girl, what's up, girlfriend? Thank you for coming. And you guys, thank you so much for your grace and your patience with this Curl Chat Wednesday turn Thursday. Hopefully we don't have too many more of those. We should be totally back on track in terms of scheduling. So I really do appreciate you guys for showing up nonetheless. Yes, I saw this video. Yeah, so, you know, you guys, Curlfriends, like I saw the video as well, and it really is tantamount to the fact that, like, or rather, it's testament rather to the fact that, like, you really got to make sure you're still taking care of your strands, you're watching out for that natting situation, and you're dealing with it accordingly. And again, you can put braids under your hair, you can put cornrows, you could be like me and put these big twists. You can do whatever you want underneath that cornrow, because it leads me to my third point, which is that you need to protect your hair under your wigs. So don't be like me. I stayed stagnant with my hair growth and with my moisturization situation for, like, I want to say maybe maybe 3 to 5 years, because I thought that the nylon wig cap was something that was a good thing. It is not. You don't want to be using the nylon wig cap. Instead, what you want to be using is something like this. So this actually, and I have it inside out for a reason, but this is actually a satin lined, it's kind of like a wave cap, I guess. And you can get this from any beauty supply store. This, I have it inside out because these little exposed, you know, the exposed threading there, that actually, and this piece of like hard area right here, that's kind of like a spandex band, that will rip your edges out. That's not actually something that you want on top of your edges, especially fine edges. You don't want that on top of it. You don't want any of that. So if you flip it, I'll show you guys what it looks. The side that you will put on your hair, it's very soft. It's extremely soft. Most of the stitching is covered. So you won't really necessarily have that issue. And then of course your hair back here is like completely taken care of. So this is kind of like my wig hack. I don't wear anything other than this, because the point is to grow my hair. It's not to just wear a wig, it's to leave my hair alone and to grow it out, which I'm achieving with these braids, with these twists as well. But sometimes you just want to, you know, glam up a little. You want less of a cute style, but more of like, you know, maybe like a, I don't know, maybe you just want more of a dramatic style, right? And so for that reason, it's so easy to just fling on a wig and, like, you know, kind of like keep it going. So yeah. What else can I share with you guys? Your hairline. Okay, so let me see. PSR076 says, I commend everybody who wears braids or braids under wigs. Never tried. Who wears braids or wig. I think that's supposed to mean weaves. Yeah, braids can help depending on how they go in. I know a couple of YouTubers, especially some Curlfriends who are also content creators. Shout out to Belle and Bloom, who actually actually naturally Xandra does it too. Who actually rock the braided styles, and they rock it quite well. They remove it from their fine strands, and they seem to have, you know, they have progression. And so the last couple of times that I did kinky twists, I did a faux lock set at one point, and I had tons and tons of length retention. So there's a way to do it. You just have to really make sure whoever's doing your strands for you is actually going to do a good job and they know what they're doing. So this leads me to I think my fourth tip. You want to make sure that you protect your edges. So Curlfriends, there is a good wig to wear, and then there's a not so great wig to wear for fine natural hair. And this is entirely, you know, some people might think differently, but this is entirely a personal choice. So perhaps you're similar to myself, but if you haven't got a lot of like forehead room, I don't necessarily have a lot of forehead room. So whenever I'm wearing like a full lace front wig, I don't want it sitting here. It literally has to sit somewhere around here, which significantly takes away my forehead space, because my hairline actually, and my hairline is suffering right now, but it actually kind of comes down along even here. So that's very strange to only have this little piece of, you know, wig space left. Like there's really not much there. without interrupting or affecting my hairline. And so for that reason, I don't wear lace fronts. I've worn it only once, and that was for my wedding. And I did not like the way my forehead looked. So that's not happening again. And so for that reason, I still think anyways, regardless, that you probably want those fragile, your fragile fine strands on your hairline, which is even more fine than the rest of your scalp. You need that to be out, about, and breathing. And so for that reason, I really strongly recommend half wigs. Now, my favorite half wig, I actually have it here. It's the first time I've ever shown it on camera like this, so it's kind of weird for me, but I'll show you guys what it looks like. Oops. So it's right here. And this is the cap. So this is the hair that you guys usually see me rocking. It's beautiful. I love it. It actually blends quite nicely with my own natural hair. This is the way it looks on the inside. So as you can see, there actually used to be a little bit of like a comb here. I actually removed that comb because that comb has a likelihood to actually break off your fine strands. So that comb is gone completely. In its place, what I end up using is usually, I'll use like a couple of bobby pins. Lately, I've decided to kind of delve into the arena of using like a wig grip. I mean, I still don't really know how to use this well, so I'm still doing some research around this, but apparently this is supposed to take away your need to even use combs or pins or hairpins or anything like that. So basically the gist is to do something completely different each and every time you wear your wig. So for me, the reason why I'm not wearing wigs right now, and I probably won't be for a little bit unless I break, I'm not gonna promise anything, I might just break, but what I'm trying to do is wear wigs a lot less frequently because I kept on wearing my wig cap. So I kept, well, not the wig cap, but the half wig. I kept wearing this half wig with this kind of like a hairband on top of the half wig while the half wig was pulling my edges back. And so for that reason, I do feel like I'm experiencing ever so slightly a little bit of breakage here and a little bit of thinning. And so for that reason, I'm kind of giving it a break because I don't want my edges to completely leave my scalp before I'm like, oh no, there was an issue. So for that reason, I'm really just avoiding that completely. So I'm going to jump into the comments. Moments by Design says, oh, I have to tell you, after watching one of your videos recently, I detangled by putting my hair in several twists, working in smaller sections. I lost so much less hair on wash day. Yay! I was excited. Congratulations. I'm so happy to hear that. Yes, Curlfriends, it makes a difference. You save water, you save time, you save patience, you save aggravation. Like all kinds of things are being saved here. I'm really happy to hear that. Congrats. I loved it. And I hope that leads to greater length retention for you in the very near future. PSR 076, when you wear it, it looks natural. Thank you, girlfriend. That leads to my next point. You want to choose textures that are actually easy to blend with. So this isn't the easiest texture to blend with. I'll be totally transparent with you guys as I usually am. It's not the easiest texture to blend with because it actually has like a shine to it that sometimes, it impacts the ability of my hair to blend, especially if my hair is in a particularly, natural state. However, the way I usually combat that is by using either a gel or a curl cream with holds to braid my hair down in the front. And then in the morning, because we do have fine strands, it tends to straighten out pretty easily. The next best thing for blending is actually Shea Butter. Shea Butter by itself, not the best product to be using for fine natural hair, but it actually does work pretty well in terms of, not the best in terms of moisturization. So you do want to use something underneath that and then use the Shea Butter to blend. But if you're trying to blend, seal, but if you're trying to blend with a wig like this, Shea Butter has saved me so many times. Like Shea Butter based products have really, really saved me in terms of straightening the hair to match. It's not going to match 100%, but it does help if you've got a little bit of length. And if you don't have a little bit of length and your hair, maybe the front of your hair isn't this long, and you've got like a teeny weeny afro or maybe a little bit bigger, then in that scenario, what you could do is literally gel it into the wig back. So just gel it from here and then brush it with your fingers back in and then loop the hair over. So it kind of looks like you're giving the illusion of that hair growing out of your scalp. Thank you, Moments by Design. You guys are amazing. Love yourself. Now everyone is wearing the headband wigs now. Yes, love yourself. And those headband wigs are so dangerous. Kamira Jules is here. Hi, Kamira. What's up, girlfriend? Love Yourself also likes the kinky curly wigs. The kinky curly wigs are actually fantastic, especially if you're buying like a kinky curly wig that's a half wig. Those are so easy to blend with your strands. Those are so easy to grow your hair out with because you don't have to do so much in terms of trying to blend the wig with your natural hair. It's that blending piece, that like straightening the hair, manipulating the hair, you know, forcing it to do something that it doesn't naturally do. Those are the types of things that lead to breakage over time, especially for fine natural hair. So as you guys can see, like I'm literally in like emergency room stage now with my hair, not even the wigs I'm touching, because with a style like this, with the twist, there's absolutely nothing I need to blend anything because that's the way my hair looks. It might not be, you know, the most glam look that I've ever rocked, but it is the most healthy look. And so if you are trying to grow, you know, healthy fine natural hair, which is what Fine Natural Hair Rocks is all about, then you definitely want to be making those kinds of choices for yourself. Love Yourself. I love half wigs and wear as a full wig with less out. Yeah, you could totally do that too. You know, if you've got enough room on your half wig, you could definitely pull it up further and leave less hair out, or you can pull it back further and leave less hair out. I've also seen some, you know, curl friends, they wear their wigs with, you know, they put it up and then they kind of do like that cute Beyonce look, like half up, half down look. That's really cute as well too. I've never really done that because again, that requires quite a bit of manipulation just to get those strands to blend. And fine natural hair does not like to be touched at all. Really, really doesn't like to be touched. So curl friends, that really is, those are my tips. I mean, that's what helped me go from like my teeny weeny afro to where I'm at right now. And that's kind of helped me stay at this length, even when I've done mistakes to my fine natural hair, or, you know, things haven't been, you know, maybe I used a bad product or whatever. For the most part, I can usually correct things by rocking my wigs again and doing so in a way that doesn't, you know, get rid of my edges. Those headband wigs I'm a little concerned about because the reason why I'm having a little bit of issues with my edges right now is actually twofold. I used a product that had Jamaican black castor oil in it, which I'm actually allergic to. It had quite a bit of Jamaican black castor oil in it, and so that caused like a flaking and allergic reaction and you know, different coloring, like just not good. There's even a little bit of it going on right now. And it's slowly, you know, easing itself off, but that kind of led to like a situation at the edges. And then of course the headbands will pull your edges out. So you totally got to be careful with that. Moments by Design. And I'm so late. You complimented me at the beginning of this video and I'm just realizing, no worries, girlfriend. You know, you and me is all love all the time, all the time. I'm going to start writing my own recipes. Definitely try them out. Yes, I can't wait. I cannot wait to see what you come up with. I'm always in the kitchen, especially right now. My husband and I, all we do is cook now. We used to eat out a lot. Now we don't. So yeah, I'm always looking for new recipes for sure. Love Yourself. Awesome tips. Thank you. I'm really, really glad you guys enjoy this. I had a fantastic time putting them together for you guys because, you know, a lot of people, they question, they're like, well, how do you have type 4 hair and you're growing it out and it's long and it's healthy and it's strong? And really it's because it's always in a protective style. Like fine natural hair, unfortunately, it does not like to be touched. Unless you don't mind the length that you're at and you're not trying to get longer, then for sure, like, you know, you can maintain by wearing whatever styles you want. But until you get there, if you are anything like me, you are on a length retention journey, you are on a healthy hair journey, then perhaps that might be something that you want to take advantage of. Kavira, thank you so much for popping in here and moderating. You are absolutely amazing. If you guys don't know who Kamira Jules is, she's another YouTuber. She actually has quite a few videos about natural hair. No, well, not natural hair, but wigs. Really cool, funky wigs too. So definitely go on ahead and check her out. I'm not sure she has any half wig ones, but if you do have, you know, a situation with your hairline that can accommodate a lace front wig without laying the lace on top of your edges, then for sure, definitely go check her out. I mean, they do got glueless wigs too, which I believe Kamira does reviews on as well. And those are fantastic too. So the glueless wigs is a nice second alternative. I would never ever advocate for putting glue on your edges if you're trying to grow them out. I mean, some of us ladies, some of us curl friends are at stages in our lives where we really don't care. We just want the look and that's it. And that's cool too. But if you are trying to grow your edges, you are trying to grow your hair out long and strong, then perhaps, you know, using glue or even the got to be gel. I think it got to be glue or got to be gel, something like that. But, you know, if you're using that, even that can cause issues depending on how you lift your lace front off of your edges. Ah, Zandra's in here. Thank you so much, Zandra. Moments by Design, thank you so much for liking. You guys, if you know anybody who would benefit from these tips, she doesn't, or he doesn't have to have fine natural hair. Perhaps they have natural hair and they're just suffering right now. It's breaking off. They don't know how to deal with it. Definitely give them a little referral to Fine Natural Hair Rocks. I would definitely appreciate that. For those of you guys who don't know, Fine Natural Hair Rocks is actually on the web. You can definitely check me out on just regular, actually, by putting in www.finenaturalhair.com. Or if you want to use, you know, the regular, the URL that's associated with Fine Natural Hair Rocks, you can find me as FineNaturalHairRocks.com as well. So as you guys know, I post new videos 3 times a week. That's becoming harder and harder and harder to maintain, especially since we're going back to school and you know, I might be having to go back in the office as well. So I'm not quite sure how that will pan out. I'm going to try my best for as long as I can to keep the schedule up of 3 times per week. But that may or may not change in the future. So we'll see. We'll definitely see. But as of right now, there will be a brand new upload tomorrow at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There's going to be a new upload on a topic yet to be announced. So hopefully you'll be able to join for the Curl Chat premiere. I always love chatting with you guys and watching the video with you guys and, you know, grabbing my popcorn and, you know, if it's a stressful day, then like, you know, probably some wine. And if it's a more relaxed day, then maybe some, you know, chamomile tea. But yeah, you guys, like I just like hanging out with you. I love being here, chilling with you on the Curl Chat and just really connecting because that's what this is about, right? Just totally connecting all the time. I see Zandra. I see you, girl. She says, I'm glad I made it before it ended. Yes, girl. Yes, girlfriend. I'm glad you made it before it ended too. I'm really, really happy that you're here. Anybody who's watching this after the fact, of course, this is going to be available permanently on Fine Natural Hair Rocks. So you can definitely check it out. If there's a tip that you enjoyed, you can definitely find that tip back here again because all of these videos, all of these lives are going to be saved for future reference. Moments by Design says, I'm so proud of how you're growing this brand. Thank you. That means a lot to me. It really does. You know, that last video that went out, it was a little bit scary to put out, but you know what? YouTube is a platform that is meant to support all kinds of viewpoints. And, you know, whether your viewpoint is a popular one or an unpopular one, that's what it's meant for. It's meant to support those viewpoints. And as long as you're being respectful, as long as you're rooting whatever it is that you have to say and the facts that you rely on, or in your opinion, that's fine too. I mean, opinions are valid, right? Perspectives are valid. And so as long as it's respectful, like I totally 100% welcome it right here on Fine Natural Hair Rocks. Like no opinion is meant to be censored or taken away unless it has curse words. Like I'm not really doing that. So yeah, no. No curse words, no cussing, no, none of that. Like this is a clean channel. Kamira Jules, you're doing a fabulous job. Thank you, Kamira. And I really do appreciate, you know, our little chit chats and the connection that I've made with each and every one of you guys. It's really been a whirlwind. You know, as many of you might know, I've only really been doing this seriously since March, really since coronavirus. So prior to that, there were a couple of videos here and there, but there was nothing really to say that like Fine Natural Hair Rocks was a platform on YouTube. It was really an Instagram platform that grew into YouTube. And for that, I gotta thank my girl Michelle from Fine Natural Hair and Faith for like, you know, kind of giving me the little kick in the behind to be like, girl, get on YouTube. So, and it's been nice. I've been really blessed so far and really happy to have each and every one of you on this journey with me. Xandra, exactly. YouTube is full of opinions. It really is, right? So many opinions. Therese Anton Robinson, no worries, girl. This is actually going to be up and available you know, permanently. It did just end, but all of the tips are there for you for sure. If you want to go back and check this out later, I will include a timestamp for where like the actual video begins, because so much of the beginning was just reconnecting and chatting and hanging out with the Curlfriend crew. But the tips are definitely there. So I'll timestamp that for you. Moments by Design. Social media is where people come to share opinions. All are welcome. Absolutely. Absolutely. Unless those opinions get crazy and someone's like, you know, go back to where you're from or some crazy girl. You'd be surprised what I saw on that last video. But it's fine. Like, you know, it is what it is. People are definitely entitled to their opinion. And I welcome it and I encourage it because it's so important. So yeah, Curlfriends, I will be back tomorrow at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with the newest upload and of course the Curl Chat premiere. I love you guys very much and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Mwah.